What is up, YouTubers? So, it is the end of the month. I have done 4 episodes of FPV on the cheap, and I've come to the realization that I am just not very good at sticking to my points, and I need to get a little bit more organized. And they're not so much reviews. I tell you what I think, but I don't go, hey, buy this or don't buy this. I want you guys to kind of, think about it yourselves. But you know what? That's not really what people come to a review video for. So, I've come up with a new format for the On the Cheap series here. And what we're going to do is at the end of a month, we're going to go back through all of the items that I've done for that entire month and kind of give them a one-on-one and tell you a little bit more about them and what I think now that I've had a little bit more time to work with them. And so, here's what I'm going to go through that. This is the first one of those videos, so we're going to make this that first one, and I'll mumble my way through it like I normally do, and we'll see what goes. I'm still trying to figure out my format and how I want to do this. So anyway, I have the Franken-Quad right here on the bench in front of me. This motor's loose because I wanted to take off one of the motor mounts. But anyway, so what we've reviewed this month is I actually have 5 items because I kind of did a double one, and there were a couple of weeks there where I didn't go out to the field, and I wanted to show you something a little bit more than just, hey, look at this. Anyway, so we're going to go through it. And the first item that we had were these battery lead clips that tie them to the other battery leads for your balance leads. And these are great. I think these are totally worth it. And within these reviews, there's going to be like 3 different ratings for how I review these items. Number 1 is going to be scrap it. Don't buy it. It's not worth it. Number 2, I'm going to call it a push. That means, yeah, I see its value, but it's not super great. And, and then there's going to be buy it or just buy. So, this first one right here, you get a set of 5 of them. Let me see. They were $3.98 for 5 of them. These, I'm going to go ahead and say, have earned a buy it. I like these. They work. I don't have to worry about my battery leads getting messed up or trying to weave it into the strap, or just they hold it, they keep it in place, and I think they work great. So this is going to be a buy it on my end. Like I said, $3.98. You get 5 of them at the time of this video. Anyways, that's what the price was. And these are great. They can be a little bit tight, a little fiddly sometimes, and if it's cold outside like it has been here where I live, yeah, it can be a little bit of a pain, but I think they're a worthy investment if you want to keep your batteries nice. So, I think I'm trying to go in order here. The second one that we did, that I put on the Franken-Quad, were these 3M Silicone Pads for your batteries. Again, it's going to get an ace flight rating of buy it. Buy these things. They come in this size right here, probably about 1.5 inches by 2 inches. They have a sticky backing, and they work wonderfully. In combination with a good battery strap and this pad, I can't guarantee it, but I can almost guarantee that you're never going to lose your battery if you use this. So buy this guy. They're cheap. Let me see what they cost. I have it on my computer over here. At the time that I bought these were $3.17, and you get 10 of them. I still have most of them. They're around here somewhere. But I've used maybe 2 of them on my 2 quads. What's nice about them is you can cut them up with an X-Acto knife and go over, in places where, say you got bolts like the Franken-Quad here in the way. I could cut around them if I really needed to. They're not super thick. So that's the only downside I could see. If it was a little bit thicker, that'd be awesome because the heads of these bolts get in the way. But these work great. Buy it. Now the third item we had are these little rubber micro USB port plugs to keep any dirt and grime out of your flight controller, just in case you crash or you land in a mud puddle or something. And these ones, I'm going to be honest, I think I've lost 2 of them before I even ever got out to the field. I don't know where they are. I don't know what I did with them. I don't know if they fell out or if I took them out. And they're very rubbery. I would like them to be a little bit harder so that they kind of click into place rather than just slide in there and you hope that the rubbery gives enough friction that they don't come out. So this item right here, I'm going to go ahead and say scrap it. It's not worth it. Even though these are super cheap, unless you have 100 of them lying around, you're going to lose them. And I've already lost them. At the time that I purchased, these were exactly $1.39. And even then, I don't think I'm getting that kind of value out of them. Yeah, that seems a little harsh. They're only $1.40 or 39 cents, but I haven't gotten any use out of them. So I'm going to go ahead and say scrap these. You don't need them. Third on the list, or fourth, yeah, we're on the fourth one because I did a week there where I had two things, are these little tiny rubber O-rings that you can use as soft mounts on your flight controller and other components in your stack. So these just slide in over your M3 screws, and they just go on top. You can put them underneath the flight controller, put them on top, lock them in place, and you got a kind of cheap rubber O-ring solution to soft mounting your flight controller. Now the Franken Quad has an MPU 6000 gyro, so it wasn't really needed, or I don't think it was really needed, and from what I could tell, it didn't really make much of a difference. But because I know other gyros out there are more susceptible to vibrations, I'm going to go ahead and call this one a push. It could be worth it. It could not be worth it. It's kind of right there in the middle. It's too close to call. And for a grand total of $1.99, like I said, it's a push. You could use it. You could not use it. I don't know. These ones, they're just right in the middle. So that's really something that you're going to have to think about. For $1.99, I think it's worth the risk, but I still think it's a push. Last, out of our 5 items this month on FPV on the cheap, we have these silicone rubber motor soft mounts. And when I did the original episode on these, I believe it was episode 4, I said I thought they were sticky back. They are not. They just happen to come on a clear plastic film, and because they are kind of that silicone material, they stuck to that plastic. But they are, they're anything but sticky. They don't have any adhesive on them, is what I mean. And if you watched the 4th episode, you know that my initial reactions, much like the flight controller soft mounting O-rings, were a collective meh. I don't really notice a difference. Actually, what I did notice, or what my reaction was the entire time, was I was sitting there thinking that my motor screws are going to fall out because I tightened this down really tight, and there's still a little bit of give because this is rubbery. And it made me think, okay, unless I'm using some Loctite, there's the word. Unless I'm using Loctite, I don't feel safe using these. And I've never used Loctite. I've never had a motor screw come out on me. So my opinion on this, again, like the O-rings, is a push. For, let's see, it was, again, $1.99. You get 4 of them, and they come in a selection of colors. It's a push. If you're having issues with vibrations, it could solve it, but I haven't had any vibration issues, so I can't thoroughly test it. Again, I think this one you're going to have to use your own discretion, and I'm going to call it a push. So that's it. That's all the things that we have put on the Franken Quad this month. I've had 4 episodes so far. You have the battery, the balance lead clip, the 3M rubberized mat for your battery, the rubberized plug for your micro USB port, the rubber O-rings, and the rubber motor mounts. Again, we're gonna keep going, do this next week. Hopefully we'll start a whole new month here, and we'll get some new products in. I think I already have at least 2 products that I want to do for next month already lined up, so we should be good for 2 weeks while I have other stuff coming from China. So check the video links down below. If you do decide that these are something that you want, I have the links down below. The prices may have changed since I've purchased these items, so keep an eye out for that. And none of those are affiliate links. To some people that matters. It makes them feel like I'm selling them something. I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. I'm not getting money for anything. So just, they're down there. I just want to put it down there for you guys to check it out. Anyway, that's all I got for this final episode of FPV on the Cheap for this month. Take it easy, guys. Happy flying. Peace out.